click for calculate here. So here's the start of it. Up here, as a class level, RT is already equal to 0, right? Another thing that would be good here is if I made a flag first equals to true. That's a Boolean. So that I know that it's the first resistor that I have there, okay? Because basically what I wanted to be able to do is, if it's the first resistor, I want to be able to go ahead and show the buttons afterward and all that.
Can you just do like group box 1 dot visible equals true after you click the button?
Huh?
Can I just do group, like say the group box is visible equal to true after I click the button?
Right.
So that's pretty much what your flag first kind of do is?
Right. If it's true, then I'll make it visible. Okay?
So I don't need to make a whole big if statement for that?
No, that's pretty. Well, you can also build it into the other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and make a this guy here. You can put it at the beginning. You can put it at the end. For some people, it might be more logical that I'm going to put it at the end, because at the beginning when I'm putting in the text here, it's still the first. But there's one other thing that you need to do here. If flag first, okay, let's say yes here. I'm going to make a radio button group here, the group. If you do it, if you put all the radio button in a group, then you can go ahead and hide all the radio button at the same time and then show them. So you make it visible is equal to true. And what else should I do in here? There's one more thing I should do in here.
Set it to 0, set the total to...
Set what to 0? Total is already set to 0 here.
We'll set a new total after it's been...
You need to have like the button and text.
Okay, so you're saying, since I'm here, why don't I do the whole thing?
Yeah.
Right? That sounds like a good idea. I can go ahead and say RT is equal, but there's only one problem doing it right here, okay? There's only one problem doing it right here. What happens if the person didn't put in the value for RX?
Check to see if it's 0.
Right, but we'll go, because of that, because that check to be 0, we want to do it every time. We won't do it in here.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll do that all on the. So, in reality, then, you know what? It's better if we check for that condition to begin with. Why don't we check for that condition to begin with? So let's move this down a little bit, okay? Sorry that I'm causing all of this, but this is the process when you're thinking of looking at your logic. If you go ahead and start typing your code right away without taking these steps a little bit up, you'll be shifting stuff and moving it around, and it can land being very messy code. So it's better that you do the messy part over here. So here I'm going to say if combo box is CMB, I think, combo box, let's say resistor, or whatever you called it. If it's equal to empty string, if it's equal to the empty string, then yes here, or should I put yes on the other side? Yes. basically here I'm gonna put a message. No value, okay? So over here you give it a message that you didn't enter a value. So now I know that I have a value, right? The other thing that I'm gonna go ahead, now I can go ahead and say, our X, let's call them our X here, and we can get it from the combo box. This is engineering RX. This is engineering RX, okay? This is my engineering RX. Because the combo box could have a string because it could have the prefix, right? So I'm gonna grab him. Then after that, I'm gonna call this get value here. I'm gonna say RX is equal get value with my engineering RX. And now, what check do I want to make over here? I want to make one more check over here. Because -1, we said if it didn't find the right prefix or whatever, it's not good, okay? So message, and then this goes all the way to the end here. The click sub and okay, and this one, if value is equal -1, then again I'm going to give it a message. Okay, and then I'm going to click sub M. So this if statement is nested inside this one. Okay. So this is the else here. All of this is the else condition for this one. And this is the thing here.
So that's, yes is the message to the quick sub right?
What?
Yes.
So we're continuing over here. Now we can go ahead and do our, now we can go ahead and go check our flag first. If it's true, now I can go ahead and say RT is equal to RX. We've already gotten the RX. It's okay. I didn't get the error here. It's okay, so I can go ahead and do this. And then I can make the group here of radio buttons visible. And one more thing. What's the one more thing that I want to do?
Change the button.
So that next time it goes through here, I don't want it to go through here. So what do I have to do? I have to go ahead and
Only go through it once.
the flag first equal to false. So next time I come through here, he won't get changed, right? And this guy goes up, out. Okay? And then over here now I'm going to check on my radio buttons. Radio, parallel. if it's yes, then I'm gonna use the equation there. RT is equal to whatever, okay? I'm gonna use that equation for RT. And then I'm gonna go out these two here.
Like radio parallel.
And then radio, serial. Yes.
Serial.
Series. I don't know. Maybe I'm hungry. I want to eat my cereal for the morning. Series. If the button is checked and I do this, the else here, you shouldn't need, you don't really need this here because you're gonna only have two conditions. You're only gonna have, either this guy's gonna be checked, and automatically when you check that one, this one gets unchecked. So if that one is checked, this one's unchecked, so it'll come down to here. So you really need this here. You can just do the RT here is equal to RT plus RX, okay? You don't really need to do another check because there's only two possibilities, so you can just do a, if that one is checked, you do that. Let's write out the equation here. RT is equal to RT times RX over RT plus RX. And then here now all you have to do is do the output. Okay? Any of my chicken scratch need to be clarified? So this is mainly almost all the meat of the stuff that you have.